Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the KOH-I-NOOR VersaTil 5900 lead holder. So this lead holder can carry a lead of 2 millimeters in diameter. So KOH-I-NOOR is a manufacturer based in the Czech Republic. According to their website, most of their pencils are either made in the Czech Republic, in Prague, or in Italy. This this pencil does feature, I believe, an all metal construction. So if I do take the barrel out, as you can tell, the barrel itself is made out of what I believe to be aluminum, maybe metal. I'll check the magnetic test. It's not magnetic, so I'm going to assume it's aluminum, but this is quite thick aluminum. Actually curious the thickness. I don't have an inside caliper, unfortunately, so this won't be really accurate, but this can give us an idea of how thick the pencil itself is. Let me orient it this way. So for my reading, it would be about 0.3, 0.23 millimeters, which is, let's say there's some deviation in the thickness. We can say that it's about 2.2 millimeters. Or wait, 2 millimeters, sorry. So the lead carrier itself is made out of brass, from what I can tell. The cap itself, which also doubles as a lead sharpener, is also made out of aluminum, and the tip is made out of aluminum, and this does seem to be a press fit construction, as you can tell. I can't take this part out, and I can't remove the tip from the clutch itself, so I'm going to assume that the entire mechanism is press fit, so that I can't take it apart, which has some good and bad to it. This does mean that if you drop the pencil, it's more likely to stay together, but at the same time, if you do break something, the pencil, want to fix it, you won't be able to. So, good and bad. I'm gonna put this back together. So the feeder mechanism, as you can tell, it's a push mechanism. But as with most lead holders, instead of having a chuck be inside, this would be your chuck. The chuck does, well, a chuck in a smaller lead size mechanical pencil also does this, but as you can tell from the fact that the lead is bigger, the chuck is bigger in diameter as well, so you can see the mechanism open, how a chuck inside your mechanical pencil, let's say a 0.5 millimeter lead, would work. So overall, I'm quite impressed with this pencil. I've had it for maybe 2 years at this point. I don't use it as my daily driver. I use it more as a drafting pencil because of the fact that it's a 2 millimeter lead, and I do believe that I have some sort of H or 2H lead inside. So this might be HB, actually, I'm not quite sure. But anyways, this isn't the kind of pencil which I would use to write with. This is the kind of pencil I would use to draw with. So first test is the comfort. I do find this pencil to be somewhat comfortable. However, the lacquered finish on the aluminum barrel, I do have some slight issues with lacquered finishes, because they do tend to be smooth. Let's say you're just using this to draw a quick sketch, you won't really notice, but if you're using this for an extended period of time and you do have sweaty hands like I do, your hands will be slipping all over this. You'll be wiping this on your shirt. So although the material selection is good, it would have been nice to maybe see some ridges or something to counteract the effects of the smooth lacquered finish. The expected life, this will last forever. This is an all metal construction. I haven't seen any plastic in this. When you see brass and aluminum in a pencil, this just screams of quality. And it's also made in the Czech Republic, which is known for their manufacturing. So this is another key point of the pencil. You're also paying less than you would for, let's say, a Rotring of the same type that would use the same design, or a Stidler or Faber-Castell. You wouldn't be paying 1860 CAD for this. You'd be paying $30 for construction like this. But you're able to pay less because the labor involved in making the product is less. So, the stability when writing, I do find this to be an okay pencil to write with. However, as you can tell, I did have some hard time staying inside the lines. I do believe that this is due to the fact that the lead is 2 millimeters, and I'm writing in a small type font. So sketching ease, I'll try it. So as you can tell, not super precise. This is again due to the. I do want to say that this pencil does feel heavy as well. Let's say if you're using this pencil to go over finer lines, so and if you're drafting traditionally, what you would do, you wouldn't draw this tube with a with an HB lead, which I believe is what might be. You'd grab a 4H lead, then you'd use a 2H. So you either grab a 4H lead or a 2H lead, depending on where you're drawing your line in the picture which you're trying to present. But you'd go with the HB over the contour lines. This would be a good use for this due to its heaviness. Let's say like these lines. Let's say these lines were 4H. They're not, but let's say they are. What you would do after, so you would trace over this. This is generally what I use this pencil for. This is what you would use a lead holder for, in my opinion. If you're if you're drafting, this can also be used in an industrial setting. There's no jankiness. The only thing I can hear is the. I'll take this apart again just to show you guys, but there is a brass washer which I do believe acts as some sort of seal. So this washer, if I'm correct, either is supposed to be here or be here, and I'm assuming that it's for general just ingress prevention. However, it's quite loose on the pencil, and when you do shake the whole assembly, you'll hear this in the barrel going up and down. So I wouldn't I don't want to fault the pencil for it, but it's clear that this was either here, and I dropped it, and the press fit just stopped working. So is this a bad thing? This is a this isn't a critical component of the assembly, but it does. I don't want to fault it too much. This is quite a nitpick, but there is a loose component which is supposed to be utilized as an inverse prevention, which does not work anymore. Um, so for the final score, I first rate these on ease of writing. Um, it's okay to write with, but you're not writing really small with this. If you want to write really small, I'd recommend you either go with a mechanical pencil with a regular sized lead, like a point 0.7 or a point 0.5 or even a point 0.3, even a point 0.9. Doesn't matter, but this you're not writing super finely with. I could see this being more of a, either as I mentioned, a way to go over your contour lines on a drafting plan, or just to write down quick notes on a plan and like a shot or on the field. So for ease of writing, I'll give this a 3. The build quality, I don't want to give it a 5 just due to the washer that's loose, and I don't believe that it's quite necessary for the assembly either. Like, it's not a critical component. This can do without. The thing is, I can't take it off. But other than that, the material selection is excellent. This pencil will last you a long time. This isn't the kind of pencil you have to baby with. You can drop this. You can bring this into dusty environments and it'll be okay. Like, you could probably drop this in sand and then grab it a couple of days later and it's still gonna work. So, build quality, I'll give it a 5. But do note the washer. I don't want to bring this down to 4 just because of that one component that doesn't have that much impact on the overall use of the product. But it's still, I can still hear it, which is kind of annoying. The expected durability, I'm giving this a 5. This will last you your entire life if you take care of it. Uh, just based on the material selection, the workmanship, this is good. The only issue that I could see with the durability is the lacquered finish itself. As you can tell, the Toison d'Or is coming off, and you can see some light dents just from being banged on the ground, which isn't a big deal. When you can see the finish coming off, which isn't great, but I'll still give this a 5. So jamming, this pencil won't jam. Just based on the mechanism. Typically, when you do have a jam, it's because of smaller chucks, with where you'll have to take the pencil apart and then take the little piece of lead that's causing a jam. But this, the lead's too big. That's, I guess, one of the good things about lead holders. They don't jam like your regular mechanical pencils do. So this gets a 5. And aesthetics / fun. This does have a good design. There's also a clip this comes with, but I took it off. I don't recall where I put it. I sometimes just take clips off when I'm thinking about whatever I'm working on. But anyways, I do like the way this pencil looks. Plus, I mean, it's not fun, but I do really like that they're throwing in like a little sharpener inside the cap. This is such a good attention to detail. Because typically in lead holders, they don't come with erasers, but instead of not having an eraser, which you don't often need, in my opinion, with a mechanical pencil, you should just have a separate eraser, to be honest. They're not expensive and they're much better. But anyways, yeah, so this sharpener is good. Does work okay. I've used it plenty of times in the past, which I do believe does. As you can tell, the pins, the sharpening pins themselves, are quite small, and I do believe that the repeated force does somewhat affect the sharpening profile of the sharpener. But at the same time, this doesn't need to be included in this product. This is just a useful add-on, a very useful add-on. So I'll give this a also the color and the design itself. It's say it's quite a classic design. You know, this could have been designed in the 70s. This could have been designed in the 50s. I don't know, but it's a good design. I'll give it a 4. And the Toison d'Or detail, I do think looks good. Does make your does elevate the product a bit. So overall, this product gets a 22 out of 25, which is equivalent to an 88%. Yeah, this is good. If you want a lead holder and you want to buy this, go right ahead. It's of good value as well. On jet pens, these are sold for $8. I paid $12 or $13 for that Nota Bene in Montreal a few years ago, and I also found it for $18 on Amazon, Canadian Amazon. Um, so you won't be breaking the bank. This, I do believe, rivals the quality of a German-made or Swiss-made pencil. So yeah, if you need a lead holder, like go right ahead, pick this one. Like it'll last you forever. You won't need 5 other lead holders. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.